Okay, in this video, we are going to see what is the compound interest. And compound interest is one of the applications of exponential functions. Let's consider this kind of a problem. So here we have $500, and this $500 is invested at an interest rate of 4%. Compounded annually, and we wonder how much money will be received at the end of the second year. So the compound interest has the property that the interest earned at the end of one period is automatically invested in the next period. So at the beginning of the first year, since the $500 was just invested, so there was only $500, right? And then at the end of the first year, there was the $500 and plus the interest earned. Now, because the interest rate we are given is 4%, so the amount of the interest is $500 multiplied by 4%. And this is equal to 500 plus 500 times. Now we convert the 4% in decimal. It will be 0.04. Okay, so this will be the amount of money received at the end of the first year. Now, if we use another way to show this, if we fact out the 500, it will be 500 times 1 plus 0.04. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at the beginning of the second year. Now at the beginning of the second year, you will have 500 times 1 plus $0.04, right? Which is the money received at the end of the first year. Now, at the end of the second year, the interest earned will be this amount, 500 times 1 plus $0.04. By the way, this is equal to $520. So the interest earned will be the $520 multiplied by the interest rate, 0.04. So the total amount of money will be the $520 plus the interest earned from this $520. And if I write $520 into 500 times 1 plus $0.04 and times 0.04. Okay, so this time if I fact out this 500 times 1.04, so we are left 1 plus 0.04. And 1 plus 0.04 times 1 plus 0.4, we can write as 1 plus 0.04 to the power of 2. So now we notice that the money received at the end of each year can be found by using this formula. So it always be 500, which is the amount of money invested at the beginning, and multiplied by 1 plus 0.04. So 0.04 is the interest rate, and then raised to the power. And this power will change depends on the number of years. Now at the end of the first year, the power is 1. At the end of the second year, this power is 2. So if we want to find the money, the amount of money received at the end of the third year, that will be 500 times 1 plus 0.04 raised to the power of 3. And therefore, to find the amount of money received at the end of the nth year, it will be given by 500 times 1 plus 0.04 to the power of n. Okay, so here is the first formula. The first formula of compound interest. So it is A equals P times 1 plus R raised to the power of t. Now let me show you what does each letter stand for. So P is what we call the principal. So principal is the amount of money you invested or you deposit at the beginning. The amount of money invested at the beginning. And A is the total amount of money accumulated after T years. And R is the interest rate. Now, usually the interest rate will be given into as a percentage, but we need to convert it into a decimal when we plug in into this formula. And the T is the number of years. Okay. Now let's take a look at one example. Now here we wanna use this formula to find the total amount of money accumulated at the end of the 5th year if there was $250 invested at the beginning and the interest rate was 5% and the interest rate was compounded annually. Here we want to round the answer to the nearest 10. So some students ask me, what does nearest 10th mean? So this means you want to keep 2 decimal places. Keep 2 decimal places. Okay. So we're going to use this formula. And let's take a look at what are the given information in the problem. So P is $250 and the t is 5 because we're asked to determine the amount of money at the end of the 5th years. So that's why t equals 5. And r is 5%, and we know 5% is equal to 0.05. Okay, so now let's plug these numbers into the formula. So a will be 250 times 1 plus 0.05 raised to the power of 5. So let's compute 1.05 first. So 1.05, and you click on this button and click on 5. So you will have the answer, what is 1.05 raised to the power of 5, and then you multiply by 250. So you will get this number. Okay, and we round the number to 2 decimal places, so it will be 319.07. So at the end of the 5th year, you will receive this amount of money. Okay, so when we do this on the calculator, let me write down this. So you click on 1.05 first, and you click on this button, and click on the 5, and click on enter. So far you will figure out this part, right? And then you multiply this number by 250, so you will get this number. Okay, let me show you this one more time. So 1.05, and I click on this button, and I click on 5, and click on enter, and multiply by 250, and click on enter again. Okay.